Good afternoon, Kurt Capra here with your daily recap for this Friday, April 21st. Hope everybody had a great week, ready for the weekend. And, first things first, we'll see what happens with the French elections as they'll be taking place here, or concluding, I should say, over the weekend, and we'll see what the end results are. But, obviously, that, among other things, has had an impact on the certainty or lack thereof in the market this week. We've had a number of different things going on, and as you can see in the chart of the S&P that I've got up, it was just a week of back and forth seesaw action. One day red, the next day green, followed by red, and that's what we got here today, a red close for the market after popping up above the prior day's high and closing strong on Thursday. So, and I've said a couple times here in recent videos and such that we've got this resistance off to the left that continues to be a sticking point. Right? You can even draw this trend line here. You can see that this has been an area where we've continued to get rejected from with a series of lower highs. But then you could also argue that if I squeeze this back a little bit, you've got this ascending trend line here that is pretty much putting us into this wedge formation, pennant formation. Hopefully that's going to break the volatility here one way or the other in short order. So we'll see what happens, but we've got the resistance to the left, cluster of moving averages here, and just a general lack of certainty that exists right now. So we'll see what next week brings. Hopefully more clarity, as I said, and ultimately a break one way or the other. Looking at the Qs, they held up really quite well overall as they continue to test this prior high area, remain the strongest of the bunch at this point, and we'll see what they do as well. And then also taking a look at the Russell here, it actually closed fairly well considering it had been the weakest. It actually closed above this this trend line here that you see I've got drawn, so maybe it's starting to perk up a little bit. It'll be one to watch here for next week to see if it gives any indications that may be the case, and that would definitely be a change in character from what it has been doing. All right, taking a look at some other sectors, other names, gold holding up really well after the market decided yesterday that it wanted to move higher. Gold held up well and took out yesterday's high today, continues to try and push up, really looks like it should be able to do that. So gold continues to look like it can push. You got IBB, which we highlighted in the morning call and noted that it's been holding or hanging right in here around the bottom of this support. We got the bottoming tail yesterday and that got completely wiped out here today, and so this continues to be your main level of support. If this cracks, then look for tech in general to follow suit and really start to unwind. So that's going to be a key sector to watch next week. And then we can also take a look at Apple, which continues to hold up well. Really not much to say with that one. But BABA here, this one is interesting. I've spoken about this one in prior videos as well, saying how I really do like it. It's held up really well and push higher in the face of a market that has either been lower to maybe strong here, strong there, but nothing really sustainable. So this is really woken up and looks like it can continue to move higher up to 120, which is around the all-time high, and then even through that. So continue to keep BABA on the radar as it looks really really good. All right, and then oil, we got USO here. This one got hit over the last several days. Looks like it's coming back down to this $10 area, so that'll be something to keep on the radar here as we move into next week. And other than that, we'll just have to keep an eye on what's happening, what's going on, and see what happens, as I said, with the French elections over the weekend, and if that is impacting the market, and if it is, in what way. All right, so hope everybody had a great week and have a awesome weekend. Rest up, get recharged, re-energized for next week, and we'll talk to you then. So take it easy.